Hey guys, I'm Rich from NeoWin. Today we're unboxing the Lenovo Yoga 730 13-inch. So if you've been following along recently, I've been doing a lot of ThinkPad reviews. So still a Lenovo product, but it's nice little break. This is a consumer product where ThinkPad is more of a business brand. So the Yoga 700 series is it's supposed to be along the mid-range, to be honest, although it hasn't always been the case. So the big difference with this year's model, the 730, is that it includes 8th generation Intel U-series processors. Okay, so these are quad-core now, and we're going to get this open. Last year's model was dual-core. The U-series has always been dual-core, and now it's quad-core. So that's the big difference with the U-series now. So what I meant when I said that it hasn't seemed mid-range always is that let's talk about the Yoga 720 for a second. That was last year's Yoga, or mid-range Yoga. The 15-inch actually had, because there's a 13-inch and a 15-inch, the 15-inch had an HQ series processor. So the U series is what you'll find in Ultrabooks, like these really slim type of machines. And this is really slim and it's really light. It seems nice. But So in bigger laptops like gaming machines or just mobile workstations, machines that are built for performance like the Dell XPS 15, that's where you'll find H series processors. So those have always been quad core. The 8th generation is that some of them are hexacore now. So the 720 15-inch had an HQ series processor, so that was pretty powerful. And it also had a 2 gigabyte GTX 1050 GPU in it. So that had some power behind it. This year's 15-inch uses the 8th generation U series, which really shouldn't be as powerful as last year's model, although the GPU in it is now a 4 gigabyte GTX 1050. So, I mean, I don't have the 15-inch, but I did want to bring it up. But I am excited about this. We have a Core i5 8250U. It should be available with an i7 if you want it. Integrated graphics. As you can see, I mean, something this thin, you're not going to get dedicated graphics. So, I mean, it should be great for getting work done. If you need to edit video or play games or something, this probably isn't the machine for you. Let's see what else is in the box. We have some paperwork here that we're really not going to look at. Let's see. There's a flap here. It's not like I can remove it. Power cable. There should be a power brick in here that connects to it. And it should connect via USB Type-C. And here we go. All right. And yeah, it's a USB Type-C cable for charging. All right. So both of the USB Type-C ports on here are Thunderbolt 3, which is nice. The port itself, each one can power up to 2 4K monitors. It can handle data transfer rates of 40 gigabits per second. And that's compared to what you'll see on a lot of mid-range devices. You'll see USB 3.1 Gen 1. That's 5 gigabits per second with a DisplayPort lane. And Gen 2 would be 10 gigabits per second. So Thunderbolt 3 is a big difference. We have our 3.5 millimeter audio input-output jack over here. Over here, we have a USB 3.0 Type A port, and then, of course, the power button. There is pen support on this machine. However, the pen is not included with the device. So this machine's got a 1080p display. I do believe that it has a 4K option, or at least it did last year. One thing about the pen being sold separately, that's one way that many OEMs keep mid-range devices mid-range. You get the pen support with the device, which is fantastic. If you don't want the pen, you don't have to, so it's not included in the price of the product, and then you can always buy it separately. And you can also use third-party pens. I'm not completely sure right now, although it'll be in the review, obviously, if it uses Wacom or if it uses N-Trig. But whatever, if it uses N-Trig, then you can use a Surface Pen. If you have another PC with a pen, chances are it might work with this one as well. So that works out pretty well. So one of the features of this device is far-field voice microphones. And right now that only works with Cortana. That is going to have Alexa support at some point. You can see there's no Amazon Alexa app here. That should be coming at some point. You know, that they keep sending me these machines that are going to have Alexa support. Like, they sent me the ThinkPad X1 Carbon, the X1 Yoga, and the feature's just not out yet for Windows machines. So I'm really excited to try that. I got to try out the app at CES, but it's just not available yet. It's you know, what's interesting about that is that obviously Windows 10 has Cortana built into it. So four OEMs, I think it was Acer, Asus, HP, and Lenovo, announced that they're going to start shipping machines with Alexa on them. And, you know, that's pretty much telling the world that Cortana isn't compelling enough. One thing that's kind of unfortunate over here, I'm going to say, is that McAfee is installed. So that's going to be one of the first things that I do on here is get rid of McAfee. Anything that says McAfee on it. I don't want it. I don't think anybody should have it. I think it's wrong for any OEM to include McAfee software on a PC. I think it's bad for consumers. The ThinkPads do not come with that, so obviously this is a consumer thing. Anyway, in terms of form factor, this is all very similar. I reviewed the Yoga 920, which is the flagship model last year, and that was one of the first ones they made with the new 8th generation processors. And in terms of form factor, it's very similar. The keyboard is very similar. I do like Lenovo keyboards a lot. I like ThinkPad keyboards a little more than this, but you know, it feels nice. Right? I mean, other than that, it's a pretty other than McAfee, it's a pretty standard experience. All this junk the junkware that you see here, that's put on there by Microsoft. That's not Lenovo. You know, Bubble Witch 3 Saga, Candy Crush Soda Saga, Disney Magic Kingdoms. And obviously this stuff is also very easy to uninstall. It's, you know, a couple clicks and it's gone. And I'm going to get rid of all that stuff as well. But yeah, it's a pretty standard experience. Then there's you know, Lenovo Vantage. That's what you would use to update the drivers and the firmware and all that good stuff. Should be obviously the Fall Creators Update installed on here. Yeah, 16299.371, which is the latest update. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, guys, that's about it for now. Fingerprint reader for Windows Hello over here. No IR camera for facial recognition. And yeah, that's it. So I'll have a review for it probably in, I'm going to say about 4 weeks. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, guys, I'm Rich from NeoWin. Have a great night.